Well, I went and picked up a spreader from my dad. So our new pasture that we planted last fall, I think that the soil is probably as dry as it's going to get because it is supposed to rain tomorrow and the next couple days after. In fact, there's a slight chance it might rain on us today, so we need to get moving on this project. But I think the soil's dry enough that we can drive the tractor on, and I mean the 25 horsepower tractor. It's probably light enough we won't rut everything up too bad. And I ended up buying some nitrogen fertilizer. I got 500 pounds, but I only think I need 400. So I got a couple extra bags if I need it. But let's go ahead. We're gonna get this hopper loaded up, and then we're gonna go out there and we're gonna start spreading some fertilizer. So the fertilizer we're using is urea, and it is 46% nitrogen, and that's the only thing that's in it. It's just a nitrogen fertilizer. And nitrogen promotes green growth or leaf growth. It'll make the grass just end up growing taller and be a darker green as well. So hoping this really gives the pasture a good boost. That's an older bag there. So as I was dumping that out, you may notice some of it was a little discolored and then some of it's in chunks. I really think that has to do with moisture. May have to do with age a little bit, but fertilizer likes to draw moisture. And it'll discolor it, make it clump up like that, and that's why you never really leave a partial bag around. But I don't think any of this is bad. And there's an agitator on the inside of here that spins around and it'll help break those chunks up. Not opened up enough. Now it's falling out. All right, here we go. Apparently you fell off into the hopper. You're being agitated. Let's see, we're getting low. Oh, oops. Well, I think I need these last 2 bags of fertilizer, and it's starting to sprinkle. See if we can get this done before it starts raining any heavier. So I used those 2 extra bags of fertilizer and I still ran out. I had probably 200 feet left on the last strip. So, I mean, I probably got like 98, 99% of the field. So real close, we almost made it. So I just looked at the forecast and they're predicting that we get about 1.5 inches of rain over the next 3 days. And hopefully that rain's gonna work that fertilizer into the soil, and then the grass will hopefully start growing faster and taller, and it'll green up, it'll get darker green. But I wanna give it a boost, and I just really want it to be taller before I bring the animals out here and start to graze it for the first time. I'd really like for the grass to be about 12 inches tall before I bring them out here. So hopefully over the next few weeks we can see a big difference on this pasture, and I'm hoping to have the livestock out here sometime early May. So since the weather's a little iffy right now, I thought we'd switch gears and see if we can get my old car here, see if we can get it loaded up on a trailer and take it to the scrapyard. Now I've had a lot of people want me to donate this. The car does run, but it doesn't shift. It won't get out of first gear because there's something wrong with the computer or something with the transmission, and it has so many miles on it. To me, it's not worth trying to fix. So since the car is broke down, I don't feel like trying to donate it to somebody and then say, by the way, you might have to spend $1,000 to try to fix it. I just don't think that's a viable option. I don't think that trying to sell it to somebody for somebody else to fix it up, I just don't want to hassle with that. And the junkyard's going to give me a couple $100 for the car anyway, and I'm perfectly happy with that amount. So since the engine does run and it'll drive in first gear, that's enough that it could load itself onto the trailer if we can get it started. Now I'm sure the battery's completely dead, and then there's also a tire back here that's got a hole in it, and it won't hold air for like only 30 seconds or a minute. Not very long, but long enough to hopefully drive it up on the trailer if we can get it running. But let's go ahead and start working on this and see how far we get. There we go. The battery's in the trunk. I gotta be able to get in here. Here's my other battery charger. I was looking for it. It's been in this trunk for months. That is hilarious. It's probably actually hooked to the battery. And it is. I wish I would have just unhooked the battery. It wouldn't be dead. All right, so I got a power station here. We'll just put this in the trunk. All right. One thing I don't like about this battery charger is it airs out very easily. And then stops charging, of course. There, it shut off. It aired out. We'll hook up the old style charger. It's not very smart. It don't care. I'll give you a little look in here. You can see the battery is in the trunk, and then that looks like a mouse nest, like pulling the insulation. It's been sitting here so long. So with the battery charger hooked up, I was able to get the mileage to come up, and this has 211,000 miles on it. So yeah, once a car kind of breaks down and it's over a couple 100,000 miles, I really don't put a lot of effort into trying to fix it after that point. I feel like I got my money's worth out of it. So I bought this vehicle when we were getting out of debt doing the Dave Ramsey plan. I think it was 2012. My vehicle broke down, transmission went out of it, and I ended up buying this for $6,000. First car I paid for with cash, and I drove this from 2012 all the way to like 2023. I got like 11 years out of it for $6,000. I really can't complain. I think I definitely got my money's worth. And when I bought this, it had 90,000 miles on it, and so that means I put on like 120,000 miles. So I definitely got the good out of this car. So I'm just gonna leave the charger in here, probably take a little while to charge up, and I'll go ahead and just kind of close the trunk in case it does start to rain again. So while we're waiting for the battery to charge, I think we'll go ahead and hook this trailer up to the truck. This is only 16 foot long. Pretty sure the car will still fit on it. It's a pretty small car, and it's lower to the ground. So hopefully we can drive up these loading ramps, get it on the trailer without bottoming out, scraping the bottom. So I've never loaded a car on a trailer before. This is gonna be a first. Another thing I'd like to have in the garage, besides the wall of shame with all the stuff that I've broken, I'd like to make a license plate wall. I remember my dad's dad, my grandpa, he had license plates hanging up in his garage. I always thought that would be something kind of neat to do. So I've actually saved several license plates through the years. I wouldn't be surprised if I've got 15, maybe even close to 20 license plates. So the sticker on the license plate was like February of 23 is when it went bad. So it's been sitting here, I think at least that long, over 2 years. Well, it acts like the battery's charged. I don't know. Let's see if it'll start. Ha! Started up. Now I guess we go ahead and see if we get that tire inflated. Got a pretty good leak, you can hear it. Well, you can see it went flat again. We're gonna have to be pretty quick getting it on the trailer. But I got a feeling this car sits so low, it is not going to make it on the trailer. Oh. Nope. I better take it back to the air compressor. I'm already flat, I think. I just had an idea. So the new dump trailer, it's got loading ramps, and I bet you they're at least a foot or two longer. Oh, that's the ramp. A lot nicer ramp. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Let's try this. Should fit on here. Oh my goodness. Let's look at that. Man, that sticks out 2.5 feet farther. All right, let's forget these. So it's just my luck. I try to get the other one out and it hits the fence and I can't get it all the way out of the trailer. Oh, I may have to, I got like another foot to go. I'm gonna have to move this trailer forward to get this out. I'll tell you what, it's always something around here. Nothing ever goes smoothly. Well, did I move it enough? Yes, I did. Hopefully it works this time. Oh, come on, baby. Come on. Oh, I think I did it. I got a Dukes of Hazzard, I guess, this car right here. It's the only way I can get in and out. Man, what an ordeal. So I went inside, I grabbed the title, the car's all strapped down. I think we are ready to finally get rid of the Saturn. So I just got back, and I want to thank H&S Recycling over in West Union, Illinois for letting me video that. Pretty cool seeing them just pick the whole car up and scrap it with the excavator. And I misunderstood what they meant when they said $200. It was $200 a ton for a complete car that didn't have any missing parts. And I ended up with $282 cash. So I ended up getting a little bit more for the car than I thought. So that's like a bonus right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the ramps up, put the trailer up, get everything put away. Well, I think the next thing I want to work on is I want to work on this old barge wagon here. I took the tailgate off of it. I want to see if I can pull this out, start getting the tailgate put back on, because I just want to go ahead and get this up for sale and get it out of here. No need for this anymore now that I got, you know, the real dump trailer down there. Well, about everything's in my way to get to this tailgate. I may not be able to get to it, and it's heavy. This here is the tailgate. I can get it over close to the tractor. This thing's heavy. Oh, it didn't even hardly budge. Yeah, maybe I can use the tractor. So I welded these lifting points on here when I took the tailgate off. Definitely gonna help. Okay, I don't have that very centered. All right, I want to readjust. Don't like it. That's a little more even. Well, as soon as I pulled up, I realized I got it on backwards. I need that side facing out. So I need to flip this around, hook it back up, and then we're gonna try to slide it down. There's actually slots. Like right here, there's slots, and we need to see if we can get it to slide into those so that we can attach it. Not quite high enough. I'm going to have to adjust my chains. Oh, that is barely going to work. I think I need to take out. I think I got a bolt that I got to take out. This this whole side is bowed out. It needs to pull in. See if I get a clamp on here. There we go. It's a Tyler Farmer Ranch fix. He uses C-clamps on everything. You know it's true, Tyler. You know it's true. And there we go. C-clamp for the win. We'll go ahead and put a C-clamp on this side too. Everything's all out of whack. Oh, that's not going to fit in there really. All right, so this thing's not in where it's supposed to be. Oh, there we go. So now, yeah, the gate works. All right, I got the old barge wagon put back together, and it's pretty much the same condition as when I bought it a couple years ago. So the floor, you can see the floor is not the greatest. So it's a little rotted on top. I did replace one of the hydraulic hoses, but yeah, I've used this pretty good. I've used it pretty heavy, and I still think it's got a little bit of life left in it. I'm gonna put it up for sale, see if I can find somebody to buy it. I mean, trying to find somebody to buy an old wagon like that might be a little difficult. If I can't get it sold, I'll just end up throwing it in a consignment auction to try to get rid of it. Supper's done? Yeah. All right, I'll be in a second. Well, Rebecca just yelled at me, said supper was done. It's already like 5:58. I'm like an hour past quitting time. So I think a couple of these jobs took a little bit longer than I thought. Like this tailgate was a little difficult to get on. And the car was definitely first time loading a car. So there's a learning curve there. So it took a little while. But at least I got 3 jobs done today. I think it was a fairly productive day. And it started out raining, and it turned out to be a nice blue sky this afternoon. Not a bad day to work outside. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.